Hello everyone, Jeb from Jeb's Project. Let's see what we have on the bench today. On the bench today we have a IFR 2026 multi-source generator from 10 kilohertz to 2.4 gigahertz. Got her off eBay, and the eBay description: won't power on, got nothing, power on, nothing. Okay, eBay description was correct. Okay, let's see if we got power through the power switch. We'll take the clips off of the power switch here in the front. Gotta be careful here because we're using, should be 110 volts here, so. Okay, that's with the switch off. And we have 120 volts. So our switch is okay. We'll move on to the next stage. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to pull the power supply out, which is right there. She's supposed to have 24 volts on that rail, 12 volts on that rail, 12 on that rail, and 5.1 volts on that rail. So we're going to pull it out and we'll rig up a plug-in to be able to hook 110 volts to her. You won't believe what it takes to get the power supply out of one of these things. Oh my word. You got to take the top and bottom cover off, then take the handle off, pull the side cover to pull 2 screws up in here. Then once you get those 2 screws out, you got to come down in here and take the COM port loose and the parallel port loose, or the printer port, and then unscrew, I think there's 8 of these across here, and then you've got to loosen a screw here, down below here, 1 in the middle here, and 2 on each end to slide the board back in order to be able to tilt it out to get to the screws in the back of here that hold the power supply in. Unreal. They did not want anyone to remove the power supply. Now, got power supply out of it, and you can tell, boy, that thing is filthy. And I mean, it is filthy. But I don't see anything burnt or bloated as of yet. Boy, it took quite a bit to get it out of it. And get the supply out, and then to get it apart, we had to pull 3 screws here, 3 screws there, and then 2 screws up here, and and pull the push pins for the fan. Then I was able to take the power supply out of the case. This is not going to be an easy one to play with. It's going to be one of those, watch your fingers, don't touch anything that's live. So we'll clean her up, blow it out, and start doing some testing. Okay, here's the different sections of the original power supply. And on this board, we have got a problem that without a set of schematics, I don't know if I'd ever find it. So this part seems to be fine. These 3 modules seem to be fine. So what we're going to attempt to do, they don't recommend doing it, but here's another Alpha 400, but this one originally has 12 volts, 3 volts, and high amperage 5 volt. So we're going to take those modules out and attempt to put these modules in. That's the 24, 12, and 5. The original, yeah, the 5.1 volts. Those are the originals. They were in this pack here. Popped it apart, opened it up, and pulled it out. Pulled each individual coils. The primary windings, these are the secondaries. So what I got to do is take the one out of this one, pull this pack apart, pop this clip, bring it out, bring all these ribbons out, and put each one of those coil or modules back in one by one, and clip her back together, and we'll see if we have our correct voltages when we're done. Okay, there's the 3 modules that were in that one, and here the 3 modules are in this one. And let's go ahead and plug her in and see if she turns on. Put the 24 volts on the first module, and we have 24 volts. Second module is supposed to be 12 volts. Third module is supposed to be 5.1 volts. And we have all our correct voltages. It's just that, boy, that fan moves along better. It's quite noisy. Hopefully it's not that noisy when I put it in the case. But let's put the power supply back together and put it back in the machine. Well, she's in and plugged in. Not ready to turn it on yet because still have to. She's hooked all up there. I did test it to make sure it turned on with the switch in the front. The power supply does turn on. So now it's a matter of finished mounting the power supply. I got the 2 screws in the side holding the power supply in. Well, I tip her up and fasten her from the bottom. Okay, now we gotta slide this board back. Okay, why isn't it going back? See these? Screw right there, screw right there, and then there's one right there, and down here. But you gotta loosen up. That's when you can slide the board back. Now I gotta slide it back into the back of the case. Okay, there I got it back. You can see this, it'll slide this way. Slides on them grooves. Alright, be right back. I get done tightening the board up. Well, we're all fastened in. All the wires are hooked up. The connectors are in place. Okay, let's turn it over, see if she turns on. Okay, she's all back together. See if she turns on. Fired right up. Without a problem. And, well, you see a flicker there. I don't see it in person. That must be in the camera. But there's no flicker there. The screen looks good. And everything looks good. Okay, I guess it's time to test it out. You know, let's see if we can do this. I don't know if you can see the spectrum analyzer back there, but I got it set at 27 megahertz at minus 60 dB on channel B, and I'm right at 60 dB, and with the external reference I'm right at 27 megahertz on the spectrum analyzer. So that part's working. I already tested A did the same thing. I've got to learn it now, but at least I know it works. Now I've got to learn how to use it, or how it works, because I can change the RF level with a knob without any problem, and you see it goes up. Let's take it to 50 dB, minus 50 dB, and right there, minus 50 dB, without a problem. So, it's definitely working. It's just we gotta figure out how it operates. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe.
And catch you in the next one.